Global knowledge, values, spirit, and self-confidence. Meanwhile, Kagiso was established in 1994 with the aim of uplifting young men and women from disadvantaged areas through a team. The vision is to equip society and the women to categorize kids through the different programs
Good afternoon to all spectators of the two teams that have just run on for our next game, Game 4, and that is Trinityhouse Randpark Ridge, and they up against Kagiso. And Kagiso's Sting, is it, that I see here. And this could be, and looks forward to being, a very entertaining game. I'm great that I can join you and be your commentator. My name is Barry Wilson, and I'm here to enjoy this game of rugby between these two spirited teams. Our referee for this game is Hendrik Wessels. Kagiso, they have the kickoff. And Matthew Goliath seems to be ready for Kagiso to give us the kickoff. And that's a nice high-hanging deep kick into the Trinity 22. Also some good running here from number 8, and that is Scott. Recycle ball by Trinity. And playing the blindside option, which is nice to see early on in the game, just looking at a side of the field that gets underutilized so many times and using that option back into the fourth cycle of the game. Good hands there, fed inside. It was well read by Ethan Parsons to get that back inside to straighten up the game. Out it goes through the hands. Soft hands there all the way through. That's a great pickup and well seen by 15, and that is Stuart Kuta, and great tackling and cover defending from Kagiso. Right, folk, we're nice and close now, so you can get into the first scrum of the match. And one thing that has been very evident today is referees are concentrating very carefully on the safety of each of the players, which is the correct method. And you can see referee Rasmus there going through it in the sense of getting these boys to settle at the first game. And Wessels the referee. A solid scrum. Kagiso getting that ball out. And well picked up and well fed. Well picked up by CJ Marley. And turnover ball. Good tackle defense there from Trinityhouse. Through the hands it goes. From 12, out it went from Dean Matheson. Referee did see the knock on there and he said, come back gentlemen, we need to have our second scrum of the game. First one I'll give you 90% for, and he wants them to settle down again and get into the second scrum. 2 minutes, 30 seconds gone. And we've seen a lot of the game on this white line, which is the halfway line, which is credit to both teams standing their ground against each other. Solid scrum, but get that ball out, Kagiso. They are doing that, and well read by the scrum half. And that was Niseko Busang. He made sure that he didn't give bad ball. He took it on himself. Recycling is good from Kagiso. Pillars are solid from Trinityhouse. Good hands. Great tackle there as well from Dean Matheson. Recycling ball. Good options again. Recycling is patient. That's a good play from Kagiso. Taking the options well. Once again, no one's letting go from either side. Good hands again. Gone backwards. Great tackling. Pushing up from the outside, from the wing defense. That makes sure that lines of running have been pushed back inside for Kagiso. But they are recycling onto phase 5. That has been coming because Trinity have been getting to the breakdown often and have been very close on earlier calls to taking ball back. And that time Kagiso were holding on too tightly. And well deserved by Trinityhouse. Once again, the halfway line has been our line of vision. This time we're going a little deeper now into halfway between the 22 and 10 meter of Kagiso. Interesting, number 6 here, Matthew Arons is throwing the ball in. And well one, and here's the solid structure that always works when you go off first phase, when you win a line out so cleanly and you can gain another 10-15 meters. Kagiso are doing very well not to bring that to ground. Right, and well done to Kagiso. There was plenty of opportunity for that to collapse, and they didn't. But unfortunately now from a rush decision and a tap on there puts Trinity back on the house. Trinityhouse back on the attack. Trinity now within the 22 meters of Kagiso. I think Kagiso are getting one away here because I believe that was their ball. It was Trinity's ball. And I think that Kagiso have managed to get the game played quickly and put the ball in. And a great breakaway here. Great run. That was a good 30 meters from Kagiso there. Well played. And that, I believe, was Kabelo Lataba who had that magnificent run. Once again holding on to it. It's always exciting to see the determined running when boys get that ball and know that there's one way and that is towards that try line. One thing needed though, when you decided to go, you need those jockey players behind you, your support runners, because you can get isolated quite easily when you take off. So get those jockeys in support, both teams. Here we go again to Matthew Orenser from Trinityhouse. He's now got to make sure they secure another good line out, which they have done, but it's off the top. Through the hands, referee says that's not straight. Tend to agree with him there, and well called, sir, and scrum down to Kagiso. The Secho Busang, the number 9, is ready to put that ball in. And referee has spoken clearly about scrum time's correct setting. He's got the boys to settle well here. Can they stay on their feet? Steady scrum. Out it goes, through the hands. That's a good run by Matthew Goliath. Once again, good feed from Leseko Busang. Kagiso are definitely advancing here. Trying to get their pillars to reform. The hand is there. There's where he goes. Is his jockey with him? Yes, and 1 or 2, 3 needed. Then you'll get clear ball. Scott making the tackle for Trinityhouse. And back it comes again. Quick ball now from 9 needed. Ball forward, but advantage play. And picked up well by Reese Cunningham. The Trinity lock. Soft hands are needed. That's a beautiful straight and run by Seth Mason. And he could go all the way. And he does just that. Kagiso on the attack there, where they were gaining it through the hands, and that slight knock and turnover ball. Let's give credit again to Reese Cunningham. I believe he made that turnover ball at lock time for to be picked up by Seth Mason.
Make that one 5.
And Seth said, catch me if you can. And there was no response to that answer, and he went all the way to score well-deserved try on the corner.
And opening score in the 9th minute.
Well, wherever you are watching your two teams, Kagiso and Trinityhouse, Randpark Ridge, I hope if you are at home and family members that you are turning up your volume on your TV, as well as your cheering in your own lounge as family supporters. These young men will definitely hear you and definitely feel your good spirits being sent. And if you are at school and you are live streamed and watching this, nothing better than hearing the school in full cry behind your teams. So 7-0, 5-0 is the score. That kick being unsuccessful. And let's see where this goes again. Kagiso can pick themselves up. That was just through simple handling error, and now it has gone straight into touch. So referee is calling them back, and Trinity have taken the scrum option. Just remember the options that are given as well. There are actually 3 options. There is the scrum option, there is the kick again option, and there is also the line out option on the centre line, which could be taken as well because it was kicked directly into touch. Right, number 9, and that is Reese Lewis. He gets down and he's going to feed his scrum. Good pressure coming. And Scott here, and that's Isaac Scott making it on. Good run from 7, and that being Daniel Lothar. He gets some good decisive running from the Trinity boys. Determined running, but solid defence from Kagiso. They're not going to let Trinityhouse run through them. Ball was out then, and good call from referee for Kagiso to play on. Simple hands again. There we go. Get him down gently. Hands being handed off. Need your jockeys there, Kagiso. Need your men there. Otherwise, it'll be turnover. They've got the ball, but it's going backwards through their hands. Someone needs to straighten. That's not a bad option. That's gained plenty of meters down. And AR has got his flag up and into touch. So well done, Kagiso. You're under a bit of trouble there, going backwards through the hands, and good relieving kick of 40 meters to turn Trinity around. As has been the case, looks like flanker Matthew Aronson does the throw in here. He's done just that. Well taken by Daniel Lowther. Soft hands is the call. Some balanced running here. We just need some Trinity men around him, but well taken. Let's give credit to number 15 there, and that is Neo Fries. He had his eyes on the ball and he used the upper body strength to rip that out there. And unfortunately his pass went wayward, out into touch. Reese to come around, and he's heard his coach and he's come around to do just that. So he can help his hooker getting it onto that foot. You saw good heel against the head then, but back and forth ping pong. Nothing wrong there, referee. And great determined running. And that, I believe, that must be CJ Marley. And Kagiso got their tails up now, taking it through into the 22. Good hands. Has a referee called that forward? Yes, he has, but he's giving advantage play here, which is good, so we don't have to start. He's trying to keep the game going. And let that go on, and well played, Mr. Ref, and we can keep the game alive. Oh, stepping out into touch. So obviously has picked up the step back into touch and flag went up. So line out to Trinity. That's gone wayward, and again that's one now by Kagiso. Good pass there from Lesego Busang. Someone's got to straighten. This is the fullback again, and that is Neo. Still going strong. He's got to straighten it. His friend there, number 8, CJ Marley, wasn't expecting that pass. First advantage being called for the knock-on. Reese Lewis again. Here we go. Keep that scrum steady. Keep it steady. Picked up by Isak Scott. He's gone blind. Strong runner, this Isak Scott, number 8. Reese needs quick ball. Out it comes. It's well picked up again by Reese Cunningham. Okay, they have got hands out wide, but Kagiso, it's a good option. Looking at Seth Mason, looking at that option, but well read and lovely balance here. Just need the jockeys, It looks like Trinity have got their hands on that and deserve a penalty. There's the option again. If you're going to run, you're going to be that horse that sprints away, you've got to have those jockeys on your back. Time and time again, you'll notice it in the game where penalties are given for isolated play. And this time, number 12, Dean Matheson is going to that touchline. He hasn't made it. And Kagiso better retreat. I think referee has got that because the Kagiso players were in front. But Trinity have got the turnover advantage. And Isaac Scott's going all the way. And he will score. A solid man this. And when he gets that ball in his arms, he knows that it's going to take 2 or 3 men to put him down. And if you give him an open door like that, he's not going to stand back for that opportunity. So good try to Isaac Scott. Unlucky Kagiso in the sense that you had.
Pluto converts. It is on the first 19 minutes played 12 to 0.
Right, Kagiso must not drop their spirits. They've been in this game and they've got to get back now. We're into the 19th minute. And who's going to be chasing that kick? It's a deep kick and gives Trinity time to move it out to Reese Lewis. He shifts it again. I think the eyes were up there by our young man. And that is Seth Mason. I think he was looking at another open door opportunity just whilst the ball was on its way. Unlucky. But Kagiso, here's your turn. Here's your turn now. You're in the middle of the field, under the poles. You 25 meters out, and you can attack left or right. Which way are they going to go? I like the look of this number 8, CJ Marley. And if they haven't seen that in many a year, and feeding again under the foot. Isaac Scott, quick to react. He noticed that backs returned by Kagiso. He's taken it on. Through the hands from Reese Lewis. There goes number 2, Ethan Parsons, taking it on further. Kagiso regrouping well. And as we've seen throughout the course of the day, players going off their feet at ruck time. But here we go. Kagiso on the run, but there's definitely no support play there. So could be ball be turned over. Most definitely has. Reese Lewis looking at the blind side. This is one of the first up and unders we've seen from a 9 today, which is good to see. Relieving pressure, but good hands. Tap forward. So it's got to be a Trinity scrum, as the referee say. Correct, there we go. And Kagiso full of running, just haven't been allowed by Trinity to get into third gear yet. First and second look very firing and very exciting, but once we go a little further with quick hands, it seems to get knocked on, and that full credit to Trinity for putting them under that pressure. Reese Lewis again. Now Seth Mason, what are we going to do here? We've got the wheeled scrum, so you've got the shoulder opportunity. Flat ball, it goes behind. And Stuart Kluter had to make amends, and referee Mr. Vessel says no, there was a knock there. So there is definite wheeling in the scrum, or when I say wheeling, definitely pressure coming, and on the loose head side here, Tobias Patrick. Number 1. Seems to have the better of his tight head man there, as you can see, but the tight head from Isaac Scott picking up, but he needs his support players. He's got his scrum off Reese Lewis, and 12 is Dean Matheson, who straightens up with a left balanced step. Beautiful take from Kagiso. Okay, there goes our man again. Get to him, Kagiso. Well done. There are 2 jockeys there now. Let's get up again. Well taken. Very well taken. Okay, a good turnover, but referee felt that there wasn't enough time, or it was a hard tackle he's calling. And this is the Kagiso Lutu Tutsi that went forward there. Ball coming back, ball's back. Out it goes from Lusejo Pusang. Kagiso definitely getting their numbers now. Much better. Soft. There we go. Now the wide. That's what I was talking about. Once they get into that second gear, then the third gear is needed. But broken players given the opportunity for them to regroup. We just need that quick ball again from Lusejo, which is coming. Good tackle. Good solid defense from Trinity. Roll away is the call, obviously, is the ref saying. And also calling game because bit of a head collision there. Well done to referee Vessels. You've heard me say safety paramount now with regards to the game, and well done calling the medics on straight away. Because Kagiso definitely making a comeback here. The score 12-0 to Trinity, but Kagiso not standing back or in any way taking their foot off the gas here. Just those one or two phases they get going beautifully, and then once it goes after that, it becomes a little loose, and that's what has cost them. But if they can get into third gear, there could be some exciting times here for them. Sure, this young man from Trinity is going to be fine, so if you're watching from home, let's just see. There has been a call. Is there going to be a replacement? And that is precautionary. That is Ethan Parsons. Judging from the referee's call early on, it was head call that he made, and rightfully has to go off and just have it cleared and check. But he is walking around and fine, so if you Ethan Parsons supporter, does look like the young man has just been taken off for precautionary measures. Right, scrum time again. Here we go with Kagiso to feed the ball. Lusejo Pusang to feed here. I would really love to see CJ Marley, their number 8, pick it up. The young man with the white bandage around the head. He's got good build on him, good legs, and he's shown already 1 or 2 runs. Come on, CJ, pick this ball up and see what you can do. There we go. There we go. Right, ball's back. There's the next pillar. We've got to get numbers to that breakdown, Kagiso. You've done that. The recycling's good. Referee's arms out for penalty infringement. Somebody needs to be with him. It's a good forward. Oh, it's gone through the hands forward pass, but they knew that they had the advantage. Can Kagiso put this into the corner? Because the Trinity defense has been exemplary at the moment and rather gain it, but they're going to take the tap and go. The tap and go. And the way that 1 or 2 of these men run probably gain the 20 meters from the first phase. Back to CJ Marley. There's the example. Trinity standing tall in their defense. The Sun getting it out again. This time he has got his jockey on his back in the drive forward. Good hand. Someone's going to have to straighten. Someone's going to have to straighten. Well done. And now Trinity should be getting that ball. And have done so. Coming a bit isolated, Kagiso. A bit lateral. That's all that went through those hands there. And someone can straighten on earlier. 27 minutes left. Oh, done in this first half. 3 minutes to go. Holding on, and Line-out's been called on the 10-meter line of Trinityhouse. Very interesting first half. There's been lots of energy here. I've enjoyed the way that the game has swung back and forth with regards to Trinityhouse being so on the front foot in the first phases, and then Kagiso firing back now as well. This is great running by this Isaac Scott, and he's a solid runner. This is good hands. Soft hands are needed here. And now Kagiso need to set up and just regroup. That's not a bad option from Matthew Goliath. And the reason for that kick was obviously he felt the pressure from the Trinity backline, who were called offside, and that's why the ball went to boot. Got to reach the touchline, Mr. Goliath. Make sure. They are too, and the tap's on. CJ Marley taking it on. The Sung's got to get this ball out. He does so. Good pillars running. Good pillar defense from Trinity. 1-for-1. Bit of isolation. Numbers are needed. That's better. Drifting across, but now we got a straightened runner. Half-time is called, and it's 12-0 in the favour of Trinityhouse, and an entertaining first half.
So that signals the end of the first half between Trinityhouse Randpark Ridge and Mr. Sting. Tries one quicker, one comes, and then the second one converted to the brings it to 12-0. Okay, result from match 8. Girls match between Trinity Randpark, so Trinityhouse they in action 2 as far as the girls concerned, and they're up against Serious Sport, and the player of the match there, Cameron Salas, but it ended up being a 0-0 draw. This is the first one of the day. Well done to Trinity and Kruger Sport, but thanks to a very highly entertaining match for play. Our headline sponsor is Standard Bank. Standard Fitness powers up the festival. Spa Bookmakers, Journey to Green and Boomer provide significant value in their hospitality, catering, development and merchandise. USN, EDA Travel, Impact, MySport CV and Living Hall. With each and every one of those sponsors, the festival would not be able to happen at all. You are particularly Standard Bank. Thank you for your support of the inaugural Heron Bridge Invitational. Solar is the energy of the future. Journey to Green. Get more info at journey2.green.
Here we are at the Standard Bank Heron Bridge Rugby Festival 2022, the first time that Heron Bridge have put on a festival of such magnitude. The 16 rugby teams and netball teams and hockey teams, girls netball and hockey, and it has been a busy morning here, and it's such a privilege and honour to actually be here personally to contribute to school sport again and be part of it, having served education in my entire career. and now being able to sit on the sideline and just enjoy watching school spirit again. And school spirit, it really is at the highest.
The big world learners in this community, the Heritage community and the Playmates in general, is World Acres Superstar and value. It's their business. World Acres Superstar.
Some very intense and serious halftime chats being given to both teams because the game is definitely there for the taking. No, both sides are in this game. Trinityhouse are leading 12-0 at the moment, and Kagiso are still in this game. They've showed some impressive attacking opportunities, and if they can again just get into their third phases or third gear, fourth gear, you could see some exciting finishing for them as well. So that
Kagiso Spring was established in 1994 with the aim of uplifting young men and women from disadvantaged areas through rugby. Kagiso is certainly proved that. The sixth is about system. Randpark Rangers Trinityhouse lead by 4 points to 0 over Kagiso Spring. And Mr. Hendrik Wessels has indications that he wants them to go to the middle spot to start the second 13-minute stanza.
So if you're at home and you've been sitting watching the live streaming or the office, I hope you've had a chance to fill up the coffee cup, get the biscuits out for the second half. You're definitely going to be chewing on those because this could be a very exciting second half. Trinity, are they going to start the way they started the first half? Mr. Vessel says, let's get the show. That's a good up and under start. And very well taken. You could see that. And that, I believe, is Mr. Aronsa. That was well taken by Matthew Aronsa under that high up and under. That just shows you how important that kickoff is. You practice it time and time again to put ice on it. It's an attacking kickoff option. This is good place. This is good play here. Good hands. Neo Fries. That's a very good relieving kick there for Kagiso with regards to the pressure put it right down onto the 22 of Trinity, and Matthew Orenser, the flanker, in his other position as line out starter and hooker position to throw the ball in. Going through the hands here. You need numbers there, Trinity, which they've got. Ball coming back. Mr. Lewis out it goes to Seth Mason. He's got a big boots on him, but well received. Tato Mutsongo. But isolated there. Looking for attacking options, but found himself running into the blue, yellow and maroon colours of Trinity. Those kicks have got to go into touch. Knock on option, but played the advantage, and that has done exactly that by James Mahill. And referee calls him back though. So all's forgiven because they call back for the knock-on advantage. Let's get back to setting that front row. as was controlled during the first half, and let's keep both sets of forwards on their feet. There is a bit of inward scrumming, and number 1 on the loose head side from Kagiso must get that arm up. Just loose head and get that head out. So let's get straight, boys. That seems better. Get those heads up. Keep up, boys. And Scott again through the backhand. And Lewis does exactly the same. And unlucky there. And so many times young men actually, when the ball isn't 100% secured, keep on playing it in a situation where just the hole gets deeper instead of just slowing down, picking it up and just restarting. And as you saw there, very fortunate that Kagiso didn't get that ball from the interception pickup, and that would have been points again. Been a long chase, but it would have been exciting to see. This Isak Scott again on the charge. Watch this power that he's got. Advantage being gained, and then there's those costly errors. We just need somebody off that shoulder that would really help that advantage run. Kagiso man to come around the other side, but he's decided to put it in there. That's Lesejo Wasang. And that's what would happen because you're feeding from the opposite side. And remember, we've changed halves, Lesejo. Isak Scott on the run again. He's soft hands out to Mason. And out it goes now to James Mahill. Good defense, scramble defense from Kagiso. Turnover ball. It's carried over, so it'll be a 5-meter scrum to Trinity College, Trinityhouse. Now, he's tried it before on 2 previous scrum occasions, and that's Isak Scott. He has picked up when we were on the 10-meter line. I believe that this is the time now that he should pick up, because if he gets going 5 meters out, no one's going to stop him. And there he goes. And that time off the shoulder does work. And Seth Mason scores his second try. And he, on his way back, can go back and thank his mate, his number 8, for giving him that opportunity. Well run angles. Seth Mason.
Seth Mason goes over for a 5-pointer for Trinityhouse.
Trinityhouse just seemed to have come out with a bit more fire in the belly there after the halftime chat. And this is shown in the scoreboard. And the kick successful to take us to a 19-0 scoreboard for Trinityhouse. Let's get behind Kagiso again. These young men have really shown some determination. Just got to get this fire going again in their engines, and they can be exciting to watch.
Yes, good work, Matty boy. Love that. It's coming out, guys.
So after 6 minutes of the second half,
Coming out, James.
Matthew Goliath. That's a good kick. That's got some ice underneath it. And Matthew Orenso did very well to receive that going backwards. Well taken. Great kick-off. Great take. Good rugby being played at the moment. Daniel Lothar, they securing ball on the flank forward position. That's offside, but a great tackle, and there it goes. We just need numbers there, Kagiso. You've got to get there going over. You could see number 5, unfortunately, off his feet with his Cunningham. He knows that he got back quickly as well. Right, Kagiso. Structures are needed. And that's taken up by Lawandle and Blalorzi. Back it comes now. Some big heavy running here, which is good to see. Arms out and playing on the ground. And the advance played and the hands going through CJ Mali. He bounces off one, still on his feet. He needs to set up again. They're 2-3 meters short, 2-3 meters short of the try line. The gap's opening up. The referee's arm has gone out for backline beyond the advantage line, offside position. They're going lateral, they're going lateral, they're going lateral. They need to straighten, which they seem to be doing, and well done through the hands. And it's great to see Kagiso back into the scoring block.
To the second half, and Professor Sting opened their account as well. It's 19
Would that now have added some more petrol into the tank for Kagiso, because they've now got themselves onto the scoreboard. Working it through their hands. So Tobias
I want you to go on for Toby, please. Front of the lineup.
So Mr. Goliath, this is from the touchline. It's a fair effort. Direction was good. We just needed some more power there, and that would have been another 2 points to celebrate. 19-5, Trinityhouse now. I'm sure they're going to bounce back from that and rectify matters here. But Kagiso now believe that they can cross that line, and here they go. I'm sure we'll see some running. The game's on, and Kagiso standing back for that, so well observed and well read. Balls through the hands now. Reese Lewis out it goes on to Daniel Lowther. Daniel takes it up again. Reese Lewis again. Knocking the tackle. We've just got a young man down there at the moment, and medics are attending to him, so once again we look forward to him being back on his feet. And as we say that, he seems to be climbing back up, so all's good. Does look like Isaac Scott. Who is back. Right, Kagiso ready to put this in. And it's at Laseko Bosang again to start the game for us. Good scrum from Trinity, good heel. Got to stay bound, CJ Mailey. Broken, came back, but he's picked up and done well. This is the solid run that I was referring to, that this young man. This is a great option. I haven't seen a lot of this today, and a good box kick option. Could have been a bit of an early take that, and but that's been allowed to carry on. Straightening up is well done there by 15, and that is Stuart Cutter from Trinityhouse, who straightened the line for his team. That's gone backwards, so referee says play on. James Mahel resetting for his team. That's a great steal, and so the game goes on with Kagiso now advancing. Advantage being called. Some great running. Coming back for the advantage here. No advantage gained from that. That was lateral running. And going off their feet at ruck time was Trinity. And does this go to Goliath again? Put on his boot and take them to the corner? No, they're going to charge it up. That's the confidence they have. And called for. And that's taken on by Amashle Statoto. Back it comes. 21 is Luando Kubeka. That's where Kagiso can really attack out wide. They just got to get their structures. Second phase, third phase. Let's start going beyond that, Kagiso, and points could be there. That could be high. Referee has got it, but he's allowing play on. Still to play it. Good switch of it. There again is Rwanda Kubeka taking it forward. And hands could be the option here. Soft hands. Oh, coming inside, but referee will call them back. On that,
Ref, sub please! Sub please! Block. Okay.
So has called them back.
It's up! Whoa, whoa! It's up! Smash that guy when he runs at you.
Referee just settling things down, becoming a bit loose at the present moment. So he would like it to be restarted. And it is as well. On the charge, go Kagiso. They definitely have gone through the first wall. Can the second wave come? Back again. Now we need it out. Are they going to do soft hands here? Or set it up? Got a rephase here. This is the third phase. And a dive over. And Kagiso trying to get themselves back into this game. That'll take it to 19 points to 10. With them scoring, with a conversion to come, which for Matthew Goliath could be possible.
Kagiso staying true to their name and staying back here in the second half. That makes it 10 points now for the young men from Kagiso.
Changing kicker here. And no 2 points there, so that's an important conversion. If they had got that over, a converted try would have made the scores equal. Meaning Kagiso now will have to score twice in this game. But 19-10, they are coming back into it. Trinity, ready for them now to actually regroup and get back to their Trinity structures. Seth Mason now with the ball. And the last kick was a great up and under. Lots of ice on it, and remember Matthew Aronsa was under it. This time looks like Isak Scott. Got to play the advantage, which is done. Seth Mason through the hands, out wide. Ball gone backwards. Okay, got to come for their first infringement. That'll be the knock-on, so Trinity ball. Very good attacking options here for Trinity. And it's a heel against the head. Unlucky there. There's a quick heel, but then collapsed by Kagiso. So referee Vessels has to call the reset, and Trinity will get the feed in. And when you're in the middle of the field like this, it brings in so many variations. Once again, an 8-9 option. Scott himself picking up the ball to bring in 12 and 14 in the game. Let's see where it goes. There we go, 8-9. Just unfortunately, they didn't get that away quick enough, but great turnover by Kagiso. Someone's got to go inwards. Referee calls there that holding on to that. So he's got to bring it in 5 meters, and let's see where Seth Mason puts this down. He's kicked well for touch this afternoon, and let's see if he can do another one of his long ranges. Not so long this time, but 8 meters is better than none. It's still going forward. Number 4 for Trinity coming off, and then James Cheetham. Matthew Aronsa is ready to throw this ball into the line out, which is a 5-man line out. It's loose at the moment, but from Scott to Mason, out it goes. That's through the hands from James Mahal in that tackle. Reese Lewis now. Referee having a chat here, and a card has been given. So there will be some time spent off for Dean Matheson at the moment. Got to go off his tackle. And James Mayo being strong there in his defence. And too many people on the ground playing that ball, and referee decides eventually that Letacho Basong was the man on the ground feeding that back. So hands on the ground in the ruck situation. So Seth this time definitely takes it further, and so again some 20 meters at least onto the 22 now of Kagiso. 19-10 the score, 51 minutes gone. So we've got some exciting 9 minutes here to go. Can they secure their line out? They remember when they set it up earlier in the first half, they drove it well. They seem to be wanting to do the same. Still driving in. Backline players joining in. Kagiso did well not to collapse this. Still keeping it going. They down to at least 8 meters short. Pick and go again. This has got to be a quick restructure now. But Kagiso not giving up and determined to attack. Determined to attack on the defense. Well done, Kagiso, in the defensive efforts there. And unlucky to Trinity, they had their moments, and that line out seemed to be going along well and then came to ground. Well taken by Stuart Kluter. Right, so Mr. Kluter calling that as off the fingers, and now we'll take the knock on. Here we go now with regards to Kagiso putting the ball in, Reese putting the ball in for that knock, and Trinityhouse on the attack. Kagiso fortunate to get away with that one with a tackle on number 8 from the offside lines. But the game has been played forward, and Kagiso win the turnover. Oh, if we just had a little closer look as to where we were passing, young man, it could have been interesting. So just remember, Trinity 1 man down at the moment, and could have been using that option to play against the extra man down and trying to spread it wide. Kagiso running it from here. Up they go again on the charge. Now it's got to be the clear out and quick regroup. It is working to plan. Soft hands now, not hard hands, soft hands. And that was high, and as he was ducking down in the tackle. So Bolumko Mono, he's the man on the receiving side of that. We are sure that he's going to be okay and get back up onto his feet, but he did take one above the shoulders, and as we know that is dangerous play. So we'll just wait for referee Vessels to have a chat here to number 16, Neo Matia. And he is going to the pocket and giving him a yellow card. And as much as it was hard, I do think it was in the immediate tackle arena of the game and not done with any direct malice or intent. But the penalty sanction is correct. Good to see good man Bolumko Mona back onto his feet. And after that, and let's get focused again on the game now. Trinity ready. Can they go all the way from the secure line-out efforts where they have worked for them? They get into the driving position now. Backs are coming to join. And they will drive it up, slowly moving forward. The ball comes out from Reese Lewis. Mason now takes it on. And Dylan taking it forward now. Just short of the line. This has got to be a quick ball crash over. There should be numbers here. And there we go. Well scored. And number 8, Isak Scott, he's been seen around today. He's actually gone over with that strength. Low body position as well. And that powerful leg drive carried him over. Isak Scott, the number 8 scoring.
This is the score for the young men from Trinityhouse, 24 points to 10.
There shouldn't be any trouble for Seth Mason. He's taking it back a bit. But distance-wise, it shouldn't be a problem. He has given himself some distance here, which does bring into play, and I don't want to call it, but I'm sure the kicker of the caliber of Seth Mason will slot this right over the crossbar, which he does convincingly so.
No problem for Mason with the conversion. with 2 minutes left on the clock to play.
26 points to 10 is the score. And we enter the 58th minute of this game. So we should see a kickoff and 2 more minutes of exciting rugby. Kagiso could have been in front of the kick then. But Trinity have secured it and referee is saying play on. He has called the offside in front of the kick. Right, and this is Seth Mason again. If he, at this stage, with 1 minute left on the clock, if he could give one of his boom-booms right down to the far corner, he gets out his driver. Has he got the distance? He has two. And he's straight down the fairway onto a good 40-meter drive. And now this gives his teammates that final opportunity to win their line out and do their drive again. Some last-minute changes. If you're watching, David Orenser and Jacques Becker both making their way onto the field. On they go. And here comes the well-known Trinity drive. That's worked for them on various occasions this afternoon. Reese has got it. Seth Mason, a soft hands. And that is a solid tackle on Dylan Botho. Rain with determination. That's good vision. Can he get up onto his feet again? Yes, he's not tackled. As it goes. And a lovely try scored in the corner. And that came from very quick recycling and good direct running. So full credit to the entire team. And just let's rewind that. That came from that line out, that set piece on the far side of the field. We always at times need to reflect as to where it all started. So credit to all the forwards and for driving and sending it up on the far side of the field. And then some quick slick hands through the back line and recycling from second, third phase for a long skip pass to go out wide to score in the corner. And I'm sure referee Vessels is going to call it after this. Seth Mason. He's been impressive this afternoon. This young man shown lots of vision this afternoon. Seth Mason has put his team in many attacking options and run, showing great control. He's really given this a good hit, but that's to the side, and that, as called, is the end of the game.
31 points to 10. The winners in this, the fourth match of the day. Trinityhouse, Randpark Ridge 31, Kagiso 10. Can we give these young men a warm round of Standard Bank applause for some fine entertaining rugby and also played in the wonderful spirit. We thank them for that. And of course, you'll know by now that the Man of the Match award is brought to you by My Sports CV, and it is a platform for young athletes from various sports segments to create a living sports CV that can be shared, printed and viewed with verified sports agents and recruiters from across the world. Brought to you by My Sports CV.